public assistance program, the begin program. That's how I got my job in the courthouse. The courthouse was like ghetto. Like, oh my God. The Bronx Supreme Court has been excluded from the program for their treatment of the people in those programs. No charges have been brought against anyone. His name has been terminated. It could be from results of from another investigation. So his name, I'm just not gonna say his name because he was never a bad person to me. I'm strictly business. It's business. Like if it's not professional, you can't talk to me. Don't start talking to me some dumb shit because I'm gonna put you in your place. Like you can't talk to me like that. So it was always business. It was always professional when it came to this man. This man never went out of pocket, like never did anything disrespectful towards me because he knew he already knew, oh, this bitch is gonna is gonna do something. So he knew not to play with me, but he would play with everybody else and you know, whatever. There were complaints filed even before the 86,000 was stolen from the courthouse by an employee. $86,000 stolen by an employee. Wow. It's just crazy. I put everything in here. Everything. I have been trying my best to bring all of this to light. I put everything in your hands, hoping for change. Praying for praying for change and nothing changed. I was removed from that office because I seemed to be the problem now, and all I wanted to do was fix the things that were wrong. My email has been stripped from me, so I no longer had a courthouse email. They took the email from me because I was, emailing people. All I wanted to do was fix my email was stripped from me, my office email, because Teresa Torres does not want me to have an email or to communicate with anyone within the court system. So she didn't want me to tell nobody in the court system what was going on within the Bronx Supreme Courthouse. This bitch was the fucking worst, y'all. I have been removed from that office since April 1st of 2019. So I wasn't in 118. I was taken out of there because I was complaining about this office and all the stuff that's going on. My email has been stripped from me since January 2019. I thought would have been settled within the court system. They are not. With the pandemic going on and now the uprising on systematic racism, things have got to change within the government system, the way they have been poorly managed. And then, these are emails. Like I contacted people. I dropped names. I said everything. Nobody ever did anything. Nobody. Just read the fucking document. The names. I say people names. Your name is in here. Your fucking name is in here. You working in the courthouse and you doing some fuck shit? Yeah, your name is in the document. Your name is in there. Maybe not your picture, but your name is in there. Your name, your title, whatever. I put everything there. I even put the slips, our time and leave slips. I even took pictures of that. That's in the document. Why is that in the document? Because they were messing with my time and leave. Like I always had issues. I always had problems with this job. What is it? Arnold Diaz. Arnold Diaz at Fox TV. I wrote him. You want to see what I wrote him? I wrote him. It says, my union rep says that they are not directly related and it's harder to fight for. This is like his brother, sister, or son. My rep says, since nobody comes forward and says anything, nothing is ever done or questioned because nobody complains. Nobody says anything. They act like this shit is normal. I'm like, yo, this shit is not normal. They can basically do whatever they want because not enough people come forward with information. It is not fair, but it is the truth. I'm just one person and I have to keep fighting for my rights. I have filed a payroll discrepancy form today, and I hope with that, since it will go directly to OCA, they can do something. They already know who I am because I requested a transfer and it was denied because I don't have a title. So I requested transfers to get out of the Bronx. I was like, please, I gotta get out of here, get out of the Bronx. They was like, you can't leave because you don't have a title. So every time I try to move forward, they wouldn't let me move forward. What is it? Know who I am because I requested a transfer. It was denied. I don't have a title. My administrator is still trying to push the issue to OCA to get me transferred. My administrator, like what? My administrator, this bitch is the fucking worst. But my administrator. I'm like, oh, this was written May 28th, 2023 at 1:32 in the afternoon. It can't be done because I don't have a title. As of May 23rd, 2023, I have been made permanent. That is a 6 years on the job. Many others have been made permanent because of me. They, what is it? 6 years on the job. Many others have been made permanent because of me, and there have been working on the job longer than myself. Nepotism is not good, and the way the office operates doesn't make it any better. I just have to wait and see what OCA says about my dispute, and I put someone's name there. I don't know if he is a longtime friend of the family or if he is really family. Doesn't talk about it at all. When I try to get into that conversation, he changes the subject or laughs. We work together in the same office. It's crazy. I drop names. I say everything. I'm like, fuck all of y'all. Like, I just don't care. It came to the point where I just don't care. And these are actual emails, people, this is actual stuff, actual issues, and no one has ever helped. I even went to Fox News. Help Me Arnold. You ever heard of that? Help Me Arnold. Like, you talk about your issue and you want someone to help you with the issue. They're supposed to help you, but they don't want to help you. Nobody want to touch the courthouse. Nobody wants to do anything with the courthouse because they're afraid of their own job. And I'm just like, so nobody's gonna do anything. No one is gonna do anything. So I'm like, okay. So I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna go into it little by little because nobody wants to talk about it. So I'll just go into it little by little. I'm gonna take a little piece out and I'm gonna read the emails because I'm like, yo, nobody responded. Like, y'all really nobody responded. It's fine. It's fine. But this is in reference to the Bronx Supreme Courthouse, the court case 1021-2024, 405-page document. Everything's filed, affidavit of service, also filed in federal court, legal documents. It's like, oh my God, nobody wants to do their job. Nobody wants to check. Nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody in the newspapers wants to write a story. Nobody wants to make this go public. Nobody wants to make it go viral. Since the courthouse does not want to do their job, they're hiding the document because they don't want anyone to know what is in this document. It's a lot of shit in this document. A lot of the work hasn't been done properly. You haven't been treated properly. And I complain. I always complain. I always wrote it down. I always wrote it with the date, the time, the location of the incident, what's around me, where am I? I wrote everything down. I write everything down. I'm just talking about the court case, just trying. Somebody got to do something. Leave with love, leave with love. Stay positive, stay positive, stay positive, vibe high. And tomorrow's another day. Life goes on. And I'll talk about it tomorrow too. Tomorrow's Monday. Leave with love. Bye.